Welcome to another episode of Know Your Universe. Today, we're going to be looking at another Marvel villain making their big screen debut. We're talking about Shriek. Before we get started, kindly give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and click on that notification icon so you never miss out on any of our upcoming content. And with that out of the way, let's meet the Marvel supervillain called Shriek. If you're not a hardcore Spiderman comic reader, chances are you've never heard of Shriek. But that's about to change. Thanks to the recent movie, Venom, Let There Be Carnage. That's right, Shriek is finally making her live-action debut in the Venom sequel, and is portrayed by British star Naomie Harris. First, let's delve into Shriek's background. Shriek's real name is Frances Barrison. Growing up, Barrison repeatedly suffered abuse from her mother. The emotional abuse drove Barrison into a lifestyle of drugs. Even as she gave herself to drug abuse, she developed a fixation on becoming a mother, a mindset that resulted from the twisted relationship she had with her own mom. It wasn't long before Barrison had become a drug dealer and began to forge a reputation in the drug underworld. Her role led her into several harmful situations, leaving her struggling with her own sanity. In one life-changing event, Barrison was shot in the head by a police officer. The incident landed her in Cloak's dark dimension, where she discovered her ability to manipulate sound. This is where Barrison uncovered her mutant powers that had been dormant all along, and marked the birth of Shriek. Now a mutant, Barrison was incarcerated at Ravencroft, Marvel's equivalent to DC Arkham's Asylum. Ravencroft was where Shriek crossed paths with Carnage. Once the two met each other and realized the sadistic similarities they shared, Shriek's path to villainy was cemented. During Carnage's violent outbreak from Ravencroft, he also broke Shriek out of the prison. Afterwards, the two villains set out on a horrific murder spree across the city in a bid to wreak untold havoc. And as a consequence of her troubled relationship with her mother, Shriek developed a knack for creating her own twisted supervillain family. Following Shriek and Carnage's escape from prison, their murder spree attracted the company of several homicidal supervillains, including Demigoblin, Clarion, and Doppelganger. Together, they formed Shriek's first supervillain family. Within Marvel's history, Shriek and Carnage have endured a tumultuous relationship despite also being love interests. However, much like the Joker and Harley Quinn in DC, Carnage and Shriek always seem to carry on with their on and off relationship. But unlike Joker and Harley, Carnage and Shriek seem to have true feelings for each other. During Shriek's most recent appearance in the comic book, Absolute Carnage, Lethal Protection, Shriek voluntarily sacrifices herself to allow Carnage to extract the traces of the symbiote codex from within her body. The traces of Carnage's symbiote were present in Shriek's body because she had briefly bonded with the symbiote in the past and developed extra superpowers. Afterwards, the symbiote departs from Shriek and finds a host in Dr. Nieves, a psychiatrist at Ravencroft. After sacrificing herself in order for Carnage to obtain the symbiote codex and boost his objective of communicating with Null, the symbiote god, Shriek now exists in death as a demonic demigoblin. Together with Carnage, Shriek is one of Spiderman and Venom's deadliest enemies. As a mutant, Shriek can manipulate sound in a variety of ways. She hypersonically taps into people's minds, bringing out the darkness within them, generating anger, fear, and hate, and also driving them to act violently. This ability is called Dark Empathy. In the comic Maximum Carnage, Shriek uses her Dark Empathy power to cause the entire city to go mad, creating untold mayhem, with several murders and acts of vandalism taking place. Shriek is also capable of firing destructive sonic energy blasts from her hands. She uses the sonic field to fly and shield herself from attacks, and is also capable of telekinesis, as she can psionically levitate objects and people. One of her most potent weapons is to generate a sonic scream capable of deafening and disorienting her victims. This is why she is named Shriek. For all her enormous power, one of Shriek's biggest weaknesses is that she is vulnerable to mental assaults from psychics. With the release of Venom, Let There Be Carnage, English actress Naomie Harris is finally bringing Shriek to the big screen. With Venom, Carnage, and Shriek all featuring in this sequel, the table is set for some impressive supervillain fireworks. That said, the Carnage Shriek family probably won't show up until the third installment of the Venom franchise, or in an exciting Venom/Spiderman crossover. Whether any of that will happen or not remains to be seen, but we are excited to have Shriek make her appearance in the MCU, and we're counting on Naomie Harris to deliver a stellar performance as well. And with that, we've come to the end of this video. Be sure to leave a comment for us in the comment section. See you in the next video.